Good afternoon, everybody. Myself, Dr. Tushar Zavre, Assistant Professor working at R.C. Patel Institute of Technology, Shirpur. Today, I am going to present a video on green electronics for environment and sustainability. This video is a part of International FDP on Environment and Sustainability organized by D.Y. Patil College of Engineering, Kurdi, Pune. This is my third video. In first video, I have presented our electric vehicle work. In that electric vehicle, we have used the wind energy and we have converted that wind energy into electric energy, and with the help of that electric energy, we have run our bike, and we have got the voltages up to 75 volt. In this work, we have placed the fan at the headlight position of the bike, so that when the bike will run, the fan will get rotated and the wind energy will get converted into electrical energy with the help of dynamo, which is placed at the front wheel of the bike. We have used the two batteries to store the energy. Again, on this work, we have filed the patent. In second week video, I have presented my another work which is related with the solid waste management system. In this work, we have implemented a small system to collect the garbage with the help of conveyor belt. And now today I am going to present my third video on green electronics. With the help of green electronics, we can achieve the sustainability and we can save the environment. And I will appeal to all the technocrats. As a technocrats, it's our primary duty to save the environment, and as much as possible we can develop the solutions to preserve our environment. The outcomes of this video are to understand environmental goals and targets, to create awareness of environmental issues and solution, to recall environmental policies and framework, analyze CO2 emission by electronic gadget. Nowadays, lot more gadgets we are using. One of the greatest example is mobile. Nowadays, each and everybody in India is having mobile. So the number of mobiles are increased, so due to which the CO2 emission is increased. The next outcome is evaluate CO2 emission due to mobile users and fuel, and next one is apply remedies to reduce the CO2 emission. So initially we will see some ISO standards related with this work. So ISO 14065 is related with greenhouse validation and verification. So with the help of mobile users, we can leave the carbon footprints, or we can emit the greenhouse gases. So the validation will be done with the help of ISO 14065 standards. Then again, ISO 14064 is a standard which provides industry and government with a set of tools to develop programs aimed at reducing greenhouse gases emission. Then ISO 14067 is related with carbon footprints. It's a new standard for carbon footprints of the products. With the help of this, we can measure whatever the products we are having, means electronic gadgets we are having, how much CO2 emissions will be produced by each device, or we can say that each gadget. Then next one is related ISO 14001. This ISO standard is related with identification and evaluation of environmental aspects for waste management, and this will provide a framework and structure approach to handle the waste. How the waste can be handled, how the waste can be treated in industry or it can be collected. Then a carbon footprint is the total greenhouse gas emission caused directly or indirectly by an individual, organization, event or product. It is calculated by summing the emissions resulting from every stage of a product or service lifetime. Electronics or basically electronic gadgets, computer, TVs, phones, cameras, audio, these are the significant form and it produces the carbon footprints, particularly from the footprint of their manufacture and sale and their electricity consumption. It produces lot more greenhouse gases and this increases the CO2 emission day by day. So before going for the green electronics, now in today's situation in 2017 the population of the world is 7.6 billion and now it is predicted that in 2050 it will be 9.8. Likewise, the energy demand will be there and the biggest challenge for us is to reduce the CO2 emission. Whatever the present CO2 emission is today, we have to bring this figure to the half. This is the biggest challenge, and to achieve this challenge, everybody or every individual living on this world should contribute. Then and then we can able to achieve this target. And for that, the technocrats will play the major role. Okay, so we have to develop the energy efficient solutions and the products in such a way that they should preserve our environment and try to maintain the sustainability. So this graph gives the number of gadgets day by day we are using, that the figure is going to be increased. So basically smartphones users are increasing day by day. Okay, and as smartphones are increasing, the energy consumption is increasing, CO2 emission is increasing. Okay, again it will cause some health hazards to the human being or human society. So next one, this figure indicates the greenhouse gas emission of a smartphone. 80% is contribution in the production, then 60% for customer use, 3% in transportation and 1% in recycling. So while the production is going on for the smartphone, it produces lot more greenhouse gas emissions and we have to reduce this figure. Again, this next indicates the mobile users, the how much they will consume the electricity and the carbon footprints generated by the network operators, mobile network operators. Here I have taken one of the example to calculate the CO2 emission by a mobile user and the network operators. So I have considered 2.95 billion subscriber in 2007. Nowadays, obviously this figure is twice or thrice times increase. So this calculation indicates that 3 kg of CO2 will be emitted by each subscriber. Now I have taken this another example for carbon footprint calculation. Okay, this indicates how much CO2 emission will be provided by the gadgets, that is home appliances or everything. So it can be calculated as hours per day appliance is on, means for how much hours we are putting that appliance on into number of days into the what it means power rating divided by 1000 and it will give the result in kilowatt hour. So with the help of this formula I have taken one simple example. Nowadays smart board is used in the classroom. So in a Victorian classroom smart boards are used So the power rating for that smart boards are 450 watt. So if in each day if we on for 6 hours, and in a year we have considered 200 days, and the power rating is 450 watts. So with the help of above formula, we can say that the 450 kilowatt hour is the rating, and the emission factor in Victoria is 1.17. So with the help, by multiplication of these two figures, we will get the carbon emission, that is 631.8 kg of CO2 is emitted by each smart board in a year. So I have taken again another example of petrol. This is because already I have considered one of our project which is related with the electrical vehicle. So by running the vehicle on petrols causes the CO2 emission. So I have shown the calculations. Now consider 1 liter of petrol will consist, means it will weight for 750 grams. 87% of carbon is present in that petrol. So it will contribute 652 grams of carbon per liter. Okay. So and to burn that carbon, 1740 grams of oxygen is needed. So total 2392 grams of CO2 per liter of petrol is generated. And now we will consider an average consumption of 5 liters per 1000 kilometer. Then 5 liter into 2392 gram per liter upon 100 per kilometer, it will result that 120 gram of CO2 is emitted per kilometer. Okay, means if we run a bike for 1 kilometer, near around 120 gram of CO2 is emitted. And in India, number of vehicles are running on petrol, so we can see how much CO2 is emitted with the help of this petrol. So to have this solution, we must use the green electronics devices, and it's a new paradigm of recycling electronic nano devices. Some revolutionary features are touched in bio nanomaterial, are used for integrated structure or combine organic semiconductor or organic insulator from non-toxic precursors for a green technological solution. This includes low voltage circuit and low size devices, recycling, electronic bio nanotechnologies, electronic reconversion, solar cell as green energy provider, and supracapacitors as green accumulators, and new solution of energy generation coupled to almost zero electronic power consumption. So I have taken one example here. ULSI technology is used to manufacture a transistor which operates at a very low voltages, and it will consume very less power. And with the help of this graph, it will be get clear that the power consumption is very less and the operating voltage is again very less. Thank you so much.